This machine is a Janome Gem Platinum 720, and the problem with this machine is the lower shaft and the bushing has failed. The lower shaft controls the feeding system and the hook system. So this shaft here starts here and goes through a bushing in the housing and the feed lifting cam, the timing gear, the feed control cam, and then it goes through a bushing, and it's difficult to see here, but you can see the belt with its numbers there as that shaft goes through the bushing, and that belt connects the upper shaft with the lower shaft. So what has failed on this machine is the bushing where the shaft goes through. You can see the black goo that's sort of coming out of the shaft where it goes in through the bushing. And what that is here's a new shaft with a new bushing. It's smooth, it spins freely, but there's a lot of pressure, upward pressure pulling from the timing belt. And so this bushing gets a little bit of pressure here, a little bit more than the bushing on the other end will. And because the shaft is made of a hard steel and the bushing is made of a softer material that's actually porous and is impregnated with oil to give it lubrication over the time, that bushing has failed. And it's that black goo that's coming out is actually part of its lubricant, as well as particles of metal that have begun to come off of both the bushing and the shaft, because once the bushing starts to fail, the shaft gets scratches in it. So just putting a new bushing would not help. You have to replace the bushing and the shaft to give it a nice smooth start again. So what has to happen here is the shaft, all these little pieces have to be taken off all the way through, the timing belt taken off. The bushing itself has to be knocked out and a new bushing carefully put in. The shaft has to be put back through, and then all these little components have to be realigned and timed and put back exactly perfect. And then the machine can be reassembled and it should work beautifully.